right now and I'm about to make these curlicue decorations that I do pretty often, and I wanted to show you how I do that. So if you want to see how I do these little curlicues, something different that you can add a little snazz to your cakes. Oh my gosh, I said snazz. Oh, what's wrong with me? Anyway, if you want to see what I do, just keep on watching. Okay, so to do this, you need an X-Acto knife. I have a bubble tea straw here, or just something that is long and has this kind of thickness. You can use a smaller straw, you can use a dowel, whatever you would have that you can wrap these around. Also, I have rolled out fondant. It's really thin. I mean, it's like an eighth of an inch or whatever, thin. Whenever I do decorations like this, I always mix the fondant with a little bit of tylose powder. The tylose powder is going to allow it to stiffen up and hold its shape. So, roll out the fondant really thin, mix it with the tylose powder, and then roll it out really thin, whatever colors you want to use. Let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes at least for it to stiffen up a little bit, and then we can do this process. So I have all the colors that I want to use. And what I'm going to do is just take my X-Acto knife and I'm just going to cut and kind of zigzag it through to get a little cut here. And then same thing on the other side. I'm trying to make sure that it comes to a point on both ends. I don't know why I do it that way. I just feel like it's going to look better. So I'm going to keep cutting off little pieces at the top and the bottom so it can come to a point. So zigzagging the line down, so it comes to a point on both ends. Okay, now I'm just going to take a cutting board that I can place them on. So this fondant has been sitting out for a while, so it's pliable, okay? And it has that tylose mixed in with it. So I'm going to take one of these, wrap it around the straw, then slide it off onto the cutting board and just repeat the process. Wrapping it around the straw. Sometimes I might want a looser pattern, so wrap it a little differently. Sometimes I might want it tighter. Or, because this has the tylose mixed with it, you can move it around a little more. So take it off and then maybe you pull it apart. And just keep repeating the process. And there's your little curlicues ready to go on the cake. Okay, now I'm ready to put the curls on the cake. So what I have here is some piping gel and a paintbrush, and I have my curlies. So what I do is before I glue them down with the piping gel, I place them around the cake. So I like to try to vary the colors. I try not to put two of the same color next to each other, but that's just my OCD. And just place them where you feel like they look good. So now what I do, I'm just going to take the paintbrush, get a little piping gel on the brush, and just pick it up and just put a little bit on the bottom and then press that back down. So you don't really have to glue the whole thing, just a little spot, one little spot underneath, and then press that down on the cake or the cake board, and that'll prevent it from slipping around. You don't want to use too much of this because then it's going to seep out under the edges and you'll be able to see it. So a little goes a long way. And I just start at the bottom, go the whole way around, and just make sure you get a little piping gel on the bottom of each one. And there you go. There's your little curlies on your cake. So here you go. Here is your little cake with the extra little curlicue decorations on them. I've been doing this for a little while. I just think it adds a little fun element to your cakes, if you will. It is pretty simple to do, and you want to make sure that you do add some tylose to the fondant. If you don't add tylose to the fondant, it's going to be soft and it really won't hold its shape after you wrap it around the straw. So if you don't have any tylose, I would recommend getting a lot of straws or dowels or whatever, leaving them wrapped around the dowel or the straw until they hold their shape, and then you can take them off. So I think that is it. If you have any questions, leave them below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And just like always, feel free to like this if you liked it and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And you can follow me on social media. I am on Facebook and Instagram, and I have my website. So why did I say that? And I have my website. Hey! Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Anyway, so I think that's it for now. I will see you on the next